Hey, what's up, guys? Today we got The Greatest Documentary Was a Scam from Scott Schaefer.
So over the past couple of weeks, I've been pretty sick. I actually went to the doctor, found out I got a really bad case of ligma. I only have about
Why you gotta do an opener like that, dude?
40 to 60 years left, guys. So it's not good at all. Now, all jokes aside, I actually have been sick, and I've been catching up on a lot of movies and documentaries over the past couple of weeks. And one of those documentaries I watched was a movie called Super Size Me 2, Holy Chicken. Now, this was a direct
Yeah, I saw this. When was this released? Like a year or two ago or something like that. And the same dude that made Super Size Me was trying to do the same thing with but fried chicken industry. What he did with the McDonald's supersize option. Um, and I don't know, I saw it and everything seemed fine. Everything, whatever he was revealing, all the buzzwords around chicken and like marketing tactics and whatnot, and like if a chicken is said to be like organic, free range, whatever, it's like they're still in a warehouse for like 99% of their life or whatever. But it just so happens that if you just put like a little gate or like a little fenced in area outside the warehouse, then you can call it free range, which is like what a meme that fucking shit is, dude.
sequel to the original Super Size Me movie or documentary, which came out in 2004. And arguably, that documentary was one of the most impactful of all time. It actually revolutionized the fast food industry, massively changed after that documentary dropped.
Yeah.
And I actually started to look into Morgan Spurlock, who is actually the person who made both of these films. And I actually found out that recently, just in the past couple of years, he actually secretly admitted to Super Size Me, the original film, that film was actually fake, or it was a scam.
That's fucking, that's news to me, because when I saw this video pop up in my feed, I was like, oh shit, I gotta see this, dude.
Algorithm really
There's
likes
no
when I
shot.
use that word on this channel. So scammity scam. But yeah, we found out that movie secretly he revealed without many people seeming to realize that movie was a scam. So with
What about it was a scam?
that being said, let's go ahead and break it all down and find out how Super Size Me is an absolute scam.
Would you like fries with that?
So the
Nikolai's.
original Super Size Me documentary came out in 2004 and followed Morgan Spurlock as he attempted to eat nothing but McDonald's for an entire month. Morgan believed that Americans' overconsumption of fast food was the
Wait,
driving factor in the growing obesity epidemic.
I mean, to be fair, that's still a thing today. Literally, he just said it in a single sentence. The overconsumption of fast food is what leads to obesity, not like regular or normal or moderate or maybe once in a while consuming consumption of fast food. It leads to obesity. The overconsumption. And it just, the Spurlock guy, he ate that shit 3 times a day, every day for a month, and surprise, you got overweight.
And wanted to see what an entire month of only fast food would do to his body.
And also, like, he did, like, this was at the time where the McDonald's had the supersize option, where it's like, I forgot exactly what it was, where it was just like, there was like small, medium, large fry, and then after the large, you could be like, can you supersize the large fry? Or I don't remember if you could supersize the burger. I don't remember. I remember you could supersize the drink, which is just like small, medium, large, and then just like extra large or whatever. But no, for marketing reasons, we got to call it supersize, which is hilarious because like things like the 7-Eleven Big Gulp still exists, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Over the course of Morgan's experiment, aside from eating only McDonald's, he decided to follow a few other rules, such as eating 3 full McDonald's meals a day. He also had to eat everything on the menu at least one time, and every time he was asked to supersize his meal, he had to do that also. Now, if you're in the Zoomer generation, you may not even know what the McDonald's supersize menu is.
I was there.
McDonald's and other fast food companies ended up removing that option in late 2004,
which is a fucking joke, because it's like when they removed the Super Size Me option, that's like saying like everybody in America, you don't know what the fuck you're eating. You guys are stupid. If given the option, you will choose that option. And you can't think for yourselves, because like I would think like a regular person, if you're like really hungry, then yeah, just get the biggest one. But if you're like not that hungry, but you're just like like just get like a medium meal or whatever, like a burger, a medium fry, and like a regular drink, a medium. Like, what's wrong with that?
Just 6 months after Morgan's movie came out. To this day, now 20 years later, McDonald's has never brought back the supersized menu option, but that hasn't seemed to have any impact on America's ever-growing weight problem.
So you're saying that we are essentially in the same place as we were when that movie came out, but we just don't have a supersized option? What the fuck?
Fast food companies first.
But then again, if you think about it in terms of like inflation, like, you know how like everything gets like more expensive, like especially today. How much more expensive would the supersize option be than like a regular large meal, like a large fry, large drink? Again, I don't know if if you could supersize the burger. I don't remember. But yeah, like whatever it is, because like if I think I remember, like I'm just gonna use like Wendy's or something. If I usually get like a Dave's double, like a small fry and no drink, and that shit is about like $11 or something like that. If you were to ask if I like guess what like a supersize option would be in modern day, it would have to be around like 15, 16, 17 bucks just for like a double, like a supersized fry and maybe like a supersized drink. Like, oof. I'd probably say somewhere closer to like 20 bucks. Like, fucking fast food is already like kind of expensive, or at least it's getting more and more expensive. It's like fucking annoying.
Open, they generally introduced one size. For example, one size French fries when McDonald's first opened.
Yeah.
Called fries. That size fries is now called small, medium,
oh Jesus,
large, and supersize.
Yeah, it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4. You could have easily did it like that, but no. But 1, 2, 3, 4, or small, medium, large, extra large, doesn't roll off the tongue. You like when you have a business, you want to sell like your big banger items, and you want to make them sound like awesome. Like, bro, like look at the size of this woman's hand compared to the box for the fries. Like, this is ridiculous. This is like, you know, whenever you go to what do you call it? Five Guys. Like, you could stick, well, actually Five Guys is a little ridiculous too. Like, anytime I order Five Guys, you always order like the smallest fry, and the smallest fry from Five Guys is like, it could actually fit in would actually probably be spilling over like a supersized box of McDonald's fries, to be fair. So where's the documentary calling out the fry servings at Five Guys? I mean,
Before Morgan started his journey of eating only McDonald's for a month, he decided to get checkups from several different doctors to make sure he was in good enough health to try this, and he also asked their opinion on how they thought this 1 month binge eating would affect his health at the end of the 30 days.
You're feeling quite well today, yeah?
which is kind of funny because around this time, I don't remember, maybe I don't remember like correctly, but wasn't this around the time where Subway Jared was doing his I ate Subway every day and then I lost weight thing? Wasn't he like a very big guy? Well, not big guy, I mean like prevalent in terms of just like a public knowledge, public visual. Like, was Subway popping off in 2004 with the whole Jared I lost weight eating Subway every day? I don't know how relevant that is to the conversation, but like, depending on whether or not you think Subway is like fast food, I mean, I'd probably say like fast food in terms of like how quick you get it, depending on if there's a line there or not. In terms of like you have to get out of your car, no, it's probably not fast food, but it's like a fast food sub because they do that shit really quick. But I don't think there's like a Subway that, or maybe like not around near me, but like you still like if you think fast food, then you think drive-through, and by those terms, Subway probably isn't fast food. But you have like a fast food option. Like the whole marketing scheme for Subway was like, ooh, it's like a healthy alternative. It's like some meat, a bunch of infinite vegetables, and like a sandwich. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know if McDonald's was catching strays before Subway started to pop off, when that Jared started to like do his thing and whatnot. This documentary was probably like one of the final nails in the coffin.
Quite well.
In general, any fatigue or weight loss, weight gain, any change in your vision?
No fever, no earache, no cough, no shortness of breath, no chest pain, no...
Nausea, vomiting, heartburn?
And no hospitalizations for illness. No.
Any alcohol use?
Now, none. Your general health, is outstanding.
With a clean bill of health, Morgan began his 30-day challenge, and within 5 days, he had already put on 9 pounds and claimed to be suffering from depression, drowsiness, and headaches. His then girlfriend even said that he lost much of his energy and that his sex drive was near zero.
Oh, geez.
Keep in mind, all of this was claimed to have happened after eating nothing but McDonald's for only 5 days. As the month went on, his health got worse, and he eventually started to have heart palpitations and severe mood swings. His doctors urged him to stop, but he continued on and finished his 30-day challenge, gaining a total of 24.5 pounds in just 1 month.
Dang. Wait, let me see. Let me go back a little bit. Before, I mean, like plus 24 pounds is still like, he's still like a regular looking dude, but the fact, I mean, you can't see what's going on the inside with like the fatty liver, cholesterol's up. I don't know. It's kind of funny like how he's standing, like he's like superhero mode, but he's still like kind of superhero. Like his legs is like a little more like narrow. He's like, oh, I'm fucking done with this shit. But like even this isn't like terrible, like out of shape, but like where is the weight trending? It's trending like up faster than normal, clearly.
4.5 pounds in just 1 month. When it came time to get his final checkup with his doctors, they discovered something truly alarming. Morgan's liver was inflamed and in terrible shape. The doctor who examined Morgan had only seen this kind of damage to someone's liver who was abusing alcohol, and was in shock just 1 month of eating fast food could end up ruining his liver to this degree.
Oh, shit. If somebody were doing this to their liver with alcohol, they could theoretically wipe out the liver, wipe out all the liver cells, and there'd be liver failure. Now, I've never heard of anybody doing this to their liver with a high-fat diet, but I guess anything's possible. I mean, I don't know. I can't answer the question.
Dang.
Never been done before. No one's ever wiped out their liver with a high-fat diet before.
Now, over time, a high-fat diet can lead to fatty liver and cause some of the issues Morgan was having, but as the doctor said, he's never seen anyone do this with a high-fat diet, and
there's like high fat in... When you eat McDonald's, it's not just fat. It's like... let me see. Fucking... Where is this? Inked. Oh, flashbang. There you go. Pencil. Brush. Let's get thick. No, that's too thick. This? Sure. It's like, whenever you say high fat, I don't really know exactly what you mean when someone says like high fat. So like, if this is like a pie chart, and this is like 100% of your calories, I don't know if, and you could just break it down into like carbs, fats, protein. You would think that, like I don't know, like what a decent diet is. Like you could look at different types of diets and prescribe different percentages in terms of like carbs, fats, and proteins. Like what is it? What's the no carb diet? So like there's like carbs, fats, protein. There's like, what's the keto diet? The keto diet is like less than, I think it's less than 5% of your calories should be coming from carbs. Like what, like 25 to 30% should be going to fat. And then what is this? Like 75 to 70 or 70 to 75% is protein. That's like a keto type diet. There's like what's like the other type of diet? Protein like a bodybuilder type. No, I can't even say bodybuilder because like what's the one where it's like absolutely zero carbs? There's like another one where it's like goofier than keto, where it's like, so like I don't know, like this could be considered a high fat, like a keto diet, or what do you call it? There's like a zero carb one. What's that, like the Jenny Craig one or something, where it's like, I think it's like something like this. I could be wrong. I could be messing up the percentages. Like this could also be considered like a high fat because like, I don't know, like a normal diet, if you were to just guess and like say carbs, fats, protein, you could just easily go like 33, 33, 33, and that's like kind of balanced. But even then, it's like this could be considered like high fat because fat is still like relatively high. So it's like, when he says high fat, I don't know. Like when you consume McDonald's, it's not just fat. Like there's, you know, carbs from the bread, carbs from the fries, a little bit from like the condiments, the sugar in the condiments, and like a little bit, maybe like maybe an insignificant amount from like the vegetables or whatever, or like the hash browns and the bread. I already said bread, but like there is a considerable amount of like protein. But if I were to probably break down like a McDonald's like carb, fat, protein thing, I would probably guess it would be mostly like this, but I would probably skew it about, I don't know, maybe like 30 this. I'm just guessing, really. Like maybe 40. I would want to guess this, and maybe like 30 that. So maybe I'm just like just YOLOing this shit, dude. So like this would by definition be like a high fat like diet. If that is like the case, I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know if he would like, what would have really been interesting in the Super Size Me documentary is if he actually like tracked his macros and tracked like all the little, like at minimum the calories and the macros. I don't know if he actually did that because, you know, the technology maybe didn't exist at the time, or maybe like the labels, or maybe, what did you call it? Like maybe like not being truthful about how many calories and how many like macros were in each meal, because, you know, it's not like an exact process when you go to a fast food joint. Yeah. I mean, it would have only helped the documentary if he kept count of like his total calorie intake and his, at minimum, his macros. But I mean, he's like went to the doctor, and the doctor's just like asking him like, "Do you got these symptoms? Yes, no, okay, there you go." Yeah.
The damage looked much more like that of an alcoholic. Super Size Me ended up being a huge success in theaters and made Morgan Spurlock a celebrity overnight. He spent only $65,000 making the film, and it ended up making him over $22 million in box office totals, which is an insane return on investment.
Yeah.
McDonald's refuted many of the claims Morgan made in his movie, and even paid for ads to run in theaters before the movie, claiming the information wasn't accurate, but the audience ate up the film anyway. And the fast food industry made big changes in the years following the film to appear to be a much healthier option than what was shown in the Super Size Me movie. Following the success of that film, Morgan made many more documentaries and several TV shows, and it appeared he was on top of the world, but that all changed during the Me Too movement. Many big names in Hollywood were canceled for their mistreatment of women, with Harvey Weinstein being the
Yeah.
most well-known of those taken down. Morgan Spurlock was also canceled during this time, but he wasn't actually called out by any women for mistreating them. Morgan actually canceled himself when he wrote a letter in 2017 admitting that he was a part of the problem and coming clean about sexual misconduct he had been accused of in college, as well as his business several years later. Following that reveal, Morgan Spurlock's career was effectively over, and all of his future projects he had with the studios were canceled. One studio even sued him because all of the money they had invested in the project with him was now going down the drain. Now, you may be thinking,
shit.
Scott, what does this have to do with the Super Size Me documentary being a fraud? Well, it turns out in that same letter Morgan released covering his misconduct allegations, Morgan also revealed near the bottom of the letter his past history of being abused as a child, and also admits to being a lifelong alcoholic when he said, "Or is it because I've consistently been drinking since the age of 13? I haven't been sober for more than a week in 30 years.
Jesus. It's something our society doesn't show or condemn, which serve to fill an emotional hole inside me inside the daily depression. I cope with depression. Depression we can't talk about because it's wrong and it makes you feel less of a person. So, I mean, right here, he pretty much outs himself. I mean, whether or not you have to do the whole trust but verify thing. This is just his claim that he's never been sober for more than a week. I mean, but how do you prove it? Like, well, he just did a couple interviews with the doctor, and maybe he lied or maybe he didn't. You know, I mean, he wasn't really hooked up to a polygraph test when he was doing those interviews, I think. So if we just take it at face value, then yeah, I mean, while he was doing that, like even the doctor called him out on it. Like, I've only seen this with extreme alcoholism. He's like, nope, still haven't been doing alcohol.
I'm actually really shocked more people haven't picked up on what he said there. That letter was released in 2017, and Super Size Me was made in 2003, meaning he was a 14-year alcoholic when he made that film.
Damn.
By his own admission, he admits to never being sober for more than a week, which means that he was drinking during his McDonald's experiment.
Yeah.
The statement directly contradicts what he told doctors in his own documentary when he was being evaluated before his experiment.
Any alcohol use?
Now, none.
Now, none. Like, what? Did he just stop for the documentary? Maybe, and then he just picked it back up after? Jesus.
This admission of being a lifelong alcoholic, when we look back at many of the symptoms Morgan claimed were from eating McDonald's for just a month, many of these symptoms line up with alcohol abuse, or symptoms of someone trying to stop drinking. Those who abuse alcohol can suffer from many ailments, but it's especially hard on a person's liver and can lead to something known as alcoholic hepatitis. Knowing what we know now, it really sheds new light on the scene where his doctor is blown away by his liver being destroyed by just 1 month of fatty food consumption.
If somebody were doing this to their liver with alcohol, they could theoretically wipe out the liver, wipe out all the liver cells and there'd be liver failure.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anybody doing this to their liver with a high-fat diet.
If Morgan's own damning words aren't evidence enough
Yeah.
that this whole movie was a lie, a Swedish university tried to replicate Morgan's experiment in 2006 with several college students eating the 5,000-calorie McDonald's diet like in the film.
Was it like 5,000 calories a day for a month? I mean, when you put it like that, it's like, and this is assuming the person isn't like working out, I would imagine. Because if you're like working out, then well, I can't even like really defend like, working out really, because like there's so few people that like work out even then. So yeah.
Eating that many calories, they obviously gained weight, but none of them experienced any mood swings, depression, or liver damage. The Swedish scientist even speculated that Morgan must have an underlying condition which caused liver damage, since none of their participants came close to replicating his results.
Damn.
Now at this point, you might be
Damn. The science putting in the facts with the replicatability of the little experiment. And concluding that that too was a lie. So maybe this guy just had it out for McDonald's, or he just had what do you call it? He just had it out for McDonald's, and he just, didn't like the supersize me option? Like, bro, we could have a supersize option in 2024 today still. But understandably, McDonald's isn't the best tasting food. Even now, like I can, the last time I went to McDonald's was like maybe like a year or two ago. And I think I got like I don't know, like a Big Mac and like a fry, and I was like, this tastes like ass. I just threw that shit out, dude. I was like, what a waste of money.
Thinking, Scott, you're just being a McShill for big beef. I can't believe you would do this. And that's not the case at all. I've eaten far too many quarter pounders in my life, and I know if I never ate another one again, I'd probably be a lot better off. McDonald's and other fast food places pack their products with preservatives and chemicals to make it taste just right, and undoubtedly this is some of the worst food you can consume. Despite that, the Super Size Me documentary is a lie about an alcoholic man passing his sickness off as a result of only eating McDonald's for a month, when that's clearly not true. At this point,
bro, all he had to do was stop eating or just stop drinking for a month, and then it would have been fine. The documentary would have been fine. But then again, if he stopped drinking, then he wouldn't have had all of those underlying like symptoms of what was it, like fatty liver, mood swings, so on and so forth. So then maybe he wouldn't even have had a movie.
I'm quite shocked McDonald's didn't McSue him after all the negative publicity this movie caused their company.
Yeah.
To this day, Super Size Me is still shown in schools across America as
Really?
a warning to kids what fast food can do to you. While kids shouldn't be consuming junk food every day,
I mean, like the documentary does have a point in that it, like consuming excessive calories causes obesity, and that is such an outlier situation to be eating fast food 3 times a day, every day for a month. That is such an outlier situation. I don't really know anybody that consumes that much fast food, but I think the more important thing should be like recognize that it's excessive calories that makes you obese, not any one type of food. It's excessive calories. It's calories in, calories out, dude.
peddling a lie to them isn't the way to go either. Ultimately, what it ends up coming down to is calories in versus calories out.
There you go.
You can make almost any diet work if you follow this principle, which has been demonstrated many times before.
Every diet works. Literally every diet works. You just have to stick to it.
One YouTuber actually did an experiment of eating only Taco Bell for an entire month and ended up losing weight and getting in better shape.
Oh.
I'll have a link to that video below. And now,
Bro, where's that guy? Where's his Taco Bell moment where, you know, where's his Subway Jared moment where he's like, hey guys, I ate Taco Bell every day for every meal for a month and I got in better shape. Where's fucking Taco Bell clinging to that dude for to be like a mascot or whatever?
we know Morgan Spurlock's McDonald's experiment was a total fraud, maybe Sam can make a follow-up and see if he can improve his health eating only McDonald's for an entire month as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like I mentioned before...
What a meme that would be. I ate McDonald's every day for every meal, and I lost weight. Oh, my God. That would be so funny.
Obviously, this isn't the best food to be eating daily.
Yo, McDonald's, hire me. I'll do that shit. Let me be your little mascot. I'll do that shit. I'll make it work. Easy.
Trying to pass off your propaganda hit piece as a documentary against McDonald's, while at the same time being an alcoholic with liver problems, just isn't something that should be celebrated, and hopefully more people will realize just how much of a lie that film actually is.
Dang. That is a very revealing. That was a good-ass video. I had no idea that he literally lied about the alcoholism, because when I was a little kid and I saw that, I was like, oh, wow. Oh, my God, McDonald's is a big baddie, like, blah, blah, blah. All this other shit. And I was like, I'm never going to eat McDonald's. Well, actually, like, I saw the thing, but as a little kid, I was still begging to my mom, I need a Happy Meal. Let me go get a Happy Meal. And, you know, you can't, I don't think you could supersize Happy Meals. I just wanted the goddamn toy when I was a little kid. And, I mean, when it came even to, like, the breakfast menu of McDonald's, I don't remember if you could supersize anything on the breakfast menu, because if you could, that would have been even, like, more egregious, because a lot of the breakfast foods are already, like, at a moderate size and are already, like, super fatty. If you were to, like, supersize it, woo, people would not be able to contain themselves. But yeah, I mean, I had no idea that the dude was alcoholic, and he just essentially just lied the whole time. Yeah, I mean, thank you for making that video, man, and I'm a fan. I hope to see more. You put in some good ass work, and yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.